All right, today we'll be discussing the final presentation for LETU1073. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so throughout this class, we were exposed to quite a bit of resources. The ones that stuck with me the most, starting off, is going to be the APA format. Throughout my academic years, it's primarily been MLA. At LETU, this was my first exposure to APA format. So each style has different styles. As you can see pointed off to the right, there are a bunch of rules and regulations for each different style. APA is more used in a scholarly or educational field. If not applied correctly, especially here, your grade will drop substantially. I've had this experience at the start of my educational career at LETU, with certain things, even such as a period or words being italicized where they were supposed to be in normal format. Moving on. Another resource, one of my favorites, is going to be the My LETU. There's a lot of things you can do with this access, such as Canvas. You can also download Canvas on one of your mobile devices. You have the library for research purposes and so on. There's a help desk. There's registration. There's things concerning finances. So the library database was critical, especially for this class with the annotated bibliography. You're able to contact students and teachers via email. Let's say teacher, you want to just give a general update or find out an update on your grade, further information such as, for me, example, last week I had a fuel pump go out on an aircraft and I needed to contact my instructor and let her know, hey, this assignment may be late due to so-and-so conditions. Or let's say I need more information concerning the project. Students, let's say we need to escalate the urgency of the contact for something small, such as, hey, how many resources do we have? Or, hey, this isn't working for me when I log in. How does this work for you? There's a lot of resources that are available to you in My LETU. Academic purposes review, your degree plan, how fast you're going to get things done, something where, let's say you want to get the books before the class or just at least have a general review. All that is available to you through My LETU. All right, moving on, topics discussed. So critical thinking, this is one of my favorites. Critical thinking is essential to all walks of life. It is the analysis of information to form a judgment. The LETU reader section, critical thinking, express we must be willing to first focus on truthful evidence without jumping to conclusions or of how to interpret it. Bias as well as personal preference can be a factor in decision making. So I want to make a choice. I'm giving a review over some food or over a teacher or something. I could be biased if this is a great person because they gave me a grade and it wasn't hard. But that doesn't actually help the student, especially someone who wants to be in a challenged state like me at all times. We have to be aware and remaining firm on the truth. So, in the end, follow the truth. Shifting towards faith, critical thinking is essential when interpreting rationalism and evidence bias. So you have people in the secular in this day and age who just create any type of religion. And we have to be rational. We have to be critical thinkers and understand that, hey, this is the truth in the gospel. Does this align with this? Yes or no? Moving on, another topic, lifelong learning. So Stan Carpenter, in an article for lifelong learning, he's battling cancer in a position he didn't expect. And the main points I took from him in his experience, with such as the scars with the squirrel and other things, comparing it to itself, was the better we know God, the more we trust him. People are living examples of God's love, grace, and mercy. You have the family members who supported him. You have the doctor who's educated and went through certain things to enlighten this individual and to make things easier for him. God doesn't wait for us in the past. He waits for us in the future while being with us in the moment. God is always with us. God never leaves us. This guy understood this in his battle of cancer, where he thought he was alone in his darkest time, and the Lord was there. Overall, we are all students of life. Learning does not stop after high school, college, the certifications we get, being baptized, attending a few church sermons, reading a book. Life is an accumulation of experiences. In these experiences, we learn in addition to teach others. So you don't have to go through something. You can simply watch someone else and just learn from it. And a light clicked for me in this article because I never considered the viewpoint of being a lifelong learner. That never just crossed my mind. From this aspect, I am better in placing my life together while managing dark times. Look, it's just a day. We have one bad day. We have two bad days. We have a lifetime to get better. We have a lifetime to continue to learn from these experiences. And that's something major that I took from this. Community. This is big. The community is learned through the story of Dimitri. This individual has a rough upbringing. A lot of the things, he kind of puts himself in these positions. Through a series of events orchestrated by himself, his life continues to spiral as he's homeless. He gets kicked out of the military. He's having issues at home with his family. Eventually, he moves towns and gets involved in a relationship with a young woman. And from there, they join a community church. Dimitri is immediately embraced with the love of God, and he's just never felt this love after going through all of these events. Never having a father, a true father, you can say. He was able to get the love of God, the actual Father, and it recreated him. So overall, we are all created for community. Community is support. Community is teamwork. Community is family. Community is commitment. God has not left humanity without hope. That's why we have the Spirit of the Lord in the church continuously recreating the works of Jesus, creating the works within us. We're humans. We forget. We sin. We go through things. But that's what we have the church for, to continuously go through this recreation and support at the end of the day. Drifting is possible without community. This goes back to what I'm saying. We're constantly recreated. We're constantly going through these events, but God is always with us. Okay, R.G. LeTourneau. This is an amazing guy. 2 quotes that stuck with me. God needs businessmen too. We are partners. The Lord provides, and we carry out His works. He blesses us. Sometimes blessings are took away because we do the wrong things. As far as, let's say, with the finances. Let's go back. This quote can provide a businessman life guidance and purpose. So sometimes we could just be out here working for money. And that gets old. You have to have a purpose in life. Anyone can work for money, but a true purpose gives real meaning. And the next one is when the crawler, tractor, and the powered scraper went into action after 1918, the day of the horse and mule began to draw to a close. And we were dirt movers, men, we say, like, who changed the face of theirs. So the inventions Mr. LeTourneau designed changed the world, literally, the future to come. The impact of these inventions decreased the workload time frame overall, speeding up business in general, life in general for all people. He would go on to sell and manufacture equipment. This made him a lot of money, and we'll get more into what he did with his money later. All right, my thoughts on learning about LeTourneau. I knew nothing of him until I came to this university, and he is a great man. He had a shaky childhood, dropped out at 7th grade. His family and co-workers stuck by his side. He grew up in a Christian home with love and support. Moving on to his success, he had over 300 patents for his inventions used worldwide. He was devoted to his community, going back to the money. He lived off of 10% of his income. 90% was given away for the purpose of spreading the gospel. He was committed. R.G. LeTourneau was committed to God, not mankind. Additionally, he became a pastor and created a technical institute, which is now LeTourneau University, where I attend today. My final thoughts. This has been an amazing journey. This has been an amazing class. Our professor designed a perfect curriculum as an entryway to how the student is what is expected. And I'm saying this because I'm at the end of the program. But make the most of your opportunities in this life. I came to LeTourneau by God's guidance at the age of 25. I'm now 29, about to graduate this May, and my intent is to reflect Christ-centered values across the world. I travel the world. I've been in 20 different countries. Mr. LeTourneau had a vision to instill in the youth with spreading the gospel. I know my place in God's plan, and I am now armed with education to further propel God's glory. And this has just been an amazing journey. At the end of the day, when I wear LeTourneau gear and I'm out in public and I'm in Denver and I'm here in Dallas and someone says, "Hey, I knew R.G. LeTourneau. I actually lived during his time," and they speak of the foundational Christian values back in his day, they're still instilled and reflected by the staff, the professors, the students in this present. So this is my final thoughts, and thanks.